All right. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's call. My name is Wealth Coach Julius, and I want to welcome you to our call for today specifically, as we are going to be able to look at understanding one of the amazing, fantastic calls of our trading experience, or one of our trading amazing classes of our trading experience. And today, we are going to be putting our time on understanding time frame, and how to use time frame in our technical analysis to make decisions in the market. And so without delay, I just want to get started to our call for today. And if you can hear me, give me a one in the chat. If you can hear me, give me a one in the chat, and then we get started. All right. So welcome to this class. I know if you have been in cryptocurrency trading for some time, you might be asking a question I used to ask it myself every single day. And the question is, why do we have different time zones? Why is it that we have 30 minutes, 15 minutes? What's the time frame? And what does it mean? What does it mean to look at the market in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours? What are the reasons why we need to look at the different time zones? Okay. And that's why basically I'm here today. So you want to look at the time frame, the big picture, the small picture. And that's what we want to put our focus on today. And we are just going to start right away and discuss this lesson basically. And I'll just play in with the moving averages just to so I'll get off other indicators and just play with the moving averages. I have the 21, the 55, and, just to help me in my discussion only today. Okay, so I can use these two, but I would love to see exponential moving averages. All right. So I'll get into these classes a little bit later. I'll turn this to a 200 moving average. I usually go in with a white looking chart. I have usually good thickness. So this is my 200 moving average. Get this to a 13 moving average. Okay. These are just moving averages. If you don't know about moving averages, just to talk about them a little bit, although I will have specific classes where I'm going to get into these indicators in details, just to give you a picture, is that a moving average, it will take a sample data of the previous candles. For example, it's only a discussion about this. I'm just trying to guide. For example, my yellow moving average is a 55. It means that it will look at a sample of the previous 55 candles and provide an average, which is this one now here. Okay, now this one, which is a 21, which is my orange moving average, this one, it will take a sample of the previous previous 21 candles, provide a sample, and then give it as a line. Then this is a 200. It will take a sample of the previous 200 candles and provide an average. And this one, which is a 13, it will take a sample of the previous 13 candles and provide an average. As simple as that. Just to give a clue, but not to go into details of moving averages, because I will have a specific class where I will be able to discuss moving averages. My topic for today is time frame. What is time frame, and why does someone need to look at time frame specifically for them to have a better trading experience? So that is time frame. So when it comes to time frame, friends, we have different time frames. Okay, and when we check up here, when we check up here, we have 1 minute, we have 3 minutes, we have 5 minutes, we have 15 minutes, we have 30 minutes, we have 1 hour, we have 4 hours, we have 1 day. And if we go ahead here, we have these other time frames. You could go in 12 hours. We could have more time frames, friends. We could go in 4 hours, 12 hours, 6 months. They're different time frames. And the most important part that I want to put my focus on is that why should someone be able to have a big perspective of the market? But in simple terms, it is just simple that we have what we call a small picture and a bigger picture. Let me explain it this way. For example, if this candle, if I draw a candle here, now this candle is for 1 minute. It means that if I go in 3 minutes, I will have, if this is 1 minute, if this candle is 1 minute, to make 3 minutes, it means there will be 3 candles of 1 minute. Let me explain it this way. Let me explain it this way. If I come here, this is 3 minutes time frame. And let me just do this. Okay. So if this is let me just increase it. Just when you join, I think I need to okay, just join when you join, switch off your video. Thank you. Now, this is a 3 minutes time frame, friends, on this coin. But at the same time, let me go to 4-hour time frame. Let me go to 4-hour time frame. Now, this is a 4-hour time frame. It means that each candle you see here, this one, it took 4 hours for it to be as it is. This one took 4 hours. This one, 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 4 hours. This one is remaining 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 47 seconds to be complete. But if I take off this sample space here, if I take off this sample space, let me bring a rectangle. If I take off this sample space here, and I say, if I take off these candles here, these ones here, okay. So when I take off these candles here, this sample space, let me change the color because since they look the same, it might cause some confusion to my explanation. Let me change the border lines to which color? To purple. Okay. So when I take off these candles, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just go to a bigger picture. Now, a bigger picture of 4 hours in one day. Okay, you see, it is just around, around 1 candle and a half. But when I go to, let me say 15 minutes time frame, can you see the difference? Let me try to, can you see the difference? These are the candles. These are the candles. So when I go to 5 minutes, when I go to 5 minutes, the candles will be more. I don't know if I'm making sense. The candles will be more in 5 minutes. When I go to 3 minutes, the candles will be much more. Now, this is a smaller picture in 3 minutes that is compressed. The whole data is compressed to fewer candles in 1 hour. It's compressed to fewer candles in 1 hour. But when I increase the time frame and I go to 4 hours, it is compressed to less candles in the 4 hour. And when I take the same picture to 1 day, it is compressed to less candles. I don't know if I'm making the understanding. So the reason why we look at different time frames is because, one, it is the type of a trader you are. For example, if you are a day trader, let me start with if you are an investor. If you are an investor, you do not care how the market is doing in 1 minute. You do not care how the market is doing in 3 minutes. You do not care how the market is doing in 5 minutes. You do not care how the market is doing 15 minutes, in 30 minutes, in 1 hour, maybe in 4 hours or in 1 day. You will care. Why? Because you are in the long term. You are in the long term. You want to look at a bigger picture of the market. If someone is what we call not a scalper, the name is running out of my head, but the name is running out of my head. It is really running out of my head, running out of my head, running out of my head. Okay, the name is really running out of my head. Okay, but I will. If you were swing trader, if you were swing trader, if you're a swing trader, you know, a swing trader, it will take positions, few trades in a week. So you take care of positions. You will take care of these 4 hours of this, because you want to look at the trade and say, okay, in the bigger picture of 1 hour, when it comes to 4 hours, I think this trade will be able to give me some money in the coming few days. But if you are a day trader, if you are a day trader, like I want most of you to be, if you want to take this as a very serious business, if you're a day trader, you care so much on how the market is doing in 1 minute, in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 30 minutes, in 4 hours, in 1 hour. So our signals we give are for swing trading. Why do we give swing trading signals? Why not day trading signals? Because there is high volatility in these, that if you are not keen enough and the market goes against you, you could stay in a trade a little bit more longer. That's why we take our trade so much in the 4 hours and in the 1 hour. And you will find that our signals may not deliver that day. How many people have experienced that? That our signals, in most cases, they do not deliver in 1 day. How many of you have seen that? You take a trade, especially our preset price signals. They do not deliver in 1 day, because basically we do not take trades. We do not take trades in a shorter time frame. Okay, that's why many people usually get annoyed. They usually, unless the market changes momentum, most of our signals do not deliver in 1 day, unless there is high momentum. Why? Because we limit the noise that happens in the lower time frame. I don't know if I'm making sense. If you're understanding, give me one in the chat. So you'll find that we look at a bigger time frame to be able to not to miss out on profits, but to avoid when things change the other way. Okay. But if you want to, that's why you realize most of the current price signals, they deliver faster. How many of you have realized that most of the current price signals deliver faster? If you have realized that current price signals deliver faster than preset price signals, give me a 2 in the chat. And the reason is simple. It is the time frame that we use in trading. So if you want to have your coins deliver in that day that you have traded them, then you need to look at the smaller picture of the big picture of the market. Okay. Just a minute. What has happened? Am I still in the Zoom? Am I still in the Zoom? Just a minute. I need to connect again. I don't know how I got out with my PC. Just a minute. Just a minute, friends. Okay, if it fails, I've failed to join again with my PC, but let me try. But when I fail, I'm gonna use my phone to express what I want to teach today. I will not wait. Just a minute. I try just one more time. Many people have asked me, why don't I increase this to 500? Like I explained, uh, I can just do it on my next payment, which is about to happen. Okay, networks, don't know. Okay, but what I'm trying to express today, I hope you are trading now. What I'm trying to express today, friends, is that the bigger picture and the small picture. So that's why I'm creating a new group. I'm creating a small new group called the elite traders of crypto ambassadors. People who are going to be looking at the market in the lower time frames. And I'm just opening up for 5 people. The qualifications for this group, the qualification of this group, one, you must be a V2. You must be a V2 and above. You must be a V2 and above. You must be dedicated to your business. So I'm opening up first for the first 2 months for 5 people. And if you wish and you're a V2 and above, you will reach out to me. And I'll be sharing with you what that group is all about. 5 people. And you must be consistent. You must be dedicated. You must be V2 and above. And you must be trading. Okay. All right. V2 and above. People usually tell me that, Julius, I'm not a V2, but me, I'm only interested in trading. Then you are not the person I'm looking for. Okay, so you don't need to get worried. You're not the person I'm looking for. I'm looking for a person who is ready to help others. So if you are only interested about yourself, me, you are not responsible to be in my circle. So let's get into the time frame. And it's my topic. I see the PC is not connecting. So let me use my phone. The PC is taking time. Use my phone. Okay. Now what I'm trying to express, friends, is time frame. So when you decide to look at the market in a bigger time frame, okay, and you decide also to look at the market in a smaller time frame, if you want to end your day, it's network. If you want to end your day with, if you want to end your day, friends, with a trade selling, then you will put your focus in a lesser time frame. Let me say I want to trade people. When I open up this people coin, if we are 2 traders, let me delete this. If we are 2 traders, now this is the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now, if I want to end this trade in today and I want to take profit today, I will go and put my focus in a lesser time frame. Usually, I look in my lesser time frame, friends, me, I usually focus in 1 minute. 1 minute. I usually focus in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 15 and 30. So when I want to go to look at people in 3 minutes here, we are going to take a sample space so that we could be able to understand this better. Okay. So let's take a sample space. I'm going to use, since now I'm using the phone, I'm going to use a horizontal ray. Start from here to there. Then here to there. Then I'm gonna draw a vertical line against it so that I can see very well where I want to see. Then here. Okay. Now this is the area we want to put our focus. This is in 3 minutes. If we still look at this in 5 minutes, the candles will be lesser. If we go and look at this in 15 minutes, the candles will be fewer. They will be lesser still. When I go and look at it in 30 minutes, the candles will be lesser. When I look at it in 1 hour, the candles will be lesser. When I go and look at it in 4 hours, you see, the candles are almost 1 or 2. I don't know if I'm making sense. When I look at this in 1 day, you see it is almost 1 candle. I have a question. If you were a trader, would you trade this coin in 1 day? Am I still in the Zoom? Would you trade this coin in 1 day? If you were a trader, would you trade this coin in 1 day? Some answers in the chat. Some answers in the chat. Would you trade this coin in 1 day? Now, the difference that I want to express here is that if I could go and look at this trade in 15 minutes, if I had looked at this trade in 15 minutes, the same time frame, I look for an opportunity. That's why in our next classes, we are going to put focus on so much to teach you how to find an opportunity. And I entered this trade from here. You see, I would have made a 4% or let me say a 3%. If I could look at this in 5 minutes, I could still have made myself a 3%. By the way, in 5 minutes, I could have more opportunities on this trade. It is the same trade in the same area. But you see, when I bring my path, let me bring a path here. Let me bring a path. You see here, the market moved from here to here. It came down again here. It went up again here. It came up here, went up here, came down here, went back here. Now, in simple terms, this is opportunity, but in a lower time frame. That by the time these candles, you see them, maybe 1 or 2 in the 4-hour time frame, a person who is a day trader seeing this opportunity in a lower time frame is able to make profit as this person in the 4-hour time frame is still waiting for a better opportunity. Give me a 2 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. So I'll stop sharing for now. Now, I know many people are about to say that this is better. There is nothing better than the other. Now, those typing no, could you be clear what you know means? Those typing no, could you type in the chat what do you mean by no? What do you mean? What is confusing you? What are you not understanding? Let me get back to my trading view again. Let me remove these things again. Okay, let me take another sample. Let me go to 1 day. Okay, so let's say this is this coin here. Let me draw a rectangle around it. 1 day means that each candle you see here has taken 24 hours to be what it is. So let me say I put my rectangle just on this candle here. My rectangle is going to waste a lot of time. Let me pick a horizontal ray. So I pick a horizontal ray from here, from the low of this candle, and also to the high of this candle. And then I draw a vertical line on this candle here. Are we together? Just to identify it. Now, this is the candle in one day. One candle in one day. Can we see that candle in one day? That's why it starts from, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. I don't know if I'm making sense. If you look at these candles, let me go back to one day again, because people are still saying no in the chat. It means they are getting more confused. So let me draw from yesterday's candle to today's candle. So this is just one candle, but when we go to 4 hours, can you see how many candles we have in that same space in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus this one. 6 candles, and each candle is for 4 hours. When we take the same in 1 hour, can you see we have more candles? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can be able to count. When we go to 30 minutes, we have more candles. When we go to 15 minutes, we have more candles. When we go to 5 minutes, we have more candles. And we have more volatility. That's what I want also to look at. Can you see that if we were going to move this curve to the movement of this coin in 5 minutes, let me find my path here. Let me find my path here. Okay, if we look at this, you see the market moved from this point where it started, it went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down. Even if I stop here, but you can see, what I want to show you is that there is more volatility, which you cannot see, even if I now, let me go down to 3 minutes. There are more candles. But you'll find that there is more volatility or more movement that you can see in the 3-hour time frame versus the less volatility that you could see. Less volatility. You see, even you cannot see the arrows have been drawing the other side. They are less clear. It's just appearing one arrow. So the 3 minutes is a smaller picture of the big picture of the same coin in the 4-hour time frame. So if I'm a day trader, if I go and put my focus in the 15-minute time frame, a person who is in the 4-hour time frame, I will have made what we call an earlier entry in the market as the other person is still waiting. For example, if I entered from here, you see, I would have taken a 4%. But I have a question. If I'm trading in the 4-hour time frame, will it be easy for you to pick up this trade? Let me remove this here. Will it be easy for you to pick up this trade? The answer is a no. So that's why it depends on which type of a trader you are. But if you decide to be a day trader, there should be close monitoring. Am I making sense? There should be close monitoring. Give me one in the chat if you are following. Now someone is asking me loyalty and Binance. I'm here to teach trading view. Focus. I'm here to teach trading view. What I'm teaching has nothing to do with your Binance account here or your royalty account. But if you cannot do close monitoring, then you cannot be a day trader. Am I making sense? That's why when we are trading, we say You must trade with a confluence. And what is a confluence? To my previous classes, I explained that you are looking to find more reasons. You are finding more reasons why the market will go in this direction versus why the market will go in another direction. Why the market will go up instead of the market go down. You are finding more reasons. And that's why we add it in indicators. So time frame is key. There is no better time frame. I will not say that, okay, now this time frame is better. It depends on what you are looking for. But the reason why we usually recommend 1 hour and 4 hour time frame is because a few people can have close monitoring. Now you want my screen for what? Sometimes people can piece. You explaining, someone says, I need your screen. For what now, my brother? I'm not getting annoyed. But now you need my screen for what? You need my screen now for what? Sincerely. Why do you need my screen? Focus on the information. I'm explaining what I have just shown you. And in my statement, I said I'm stopping sharing my screen. I don't know whether you understand it. Now, the focus is, friends, the focus is, no, Brian, I'm not getting annoyed. I just want people to control their emotions while in the class. They don't need to have emotions. The reason is that we want you to focus on a bigger time frame. If you do not have time, you do not have time to closely monitor the market. Okay, that's why I'm coming up with a certain group of people who are focusing on the market, so that I could share with them special tactics and skills they could apply to be able to find signals in a lower time frame to help the community maximize a lot of money. Okay? To help the community maximize a lot of money. I already know some, so I'm just going to speak to them, put them into one group, and be able to create a new momentum of this bull run cycle. I know a few of them, so I'm just going to get first 5. Then after 2 months, I'll open up for the next 5. Okay? For the next 5. All right. Now, it is important, my friends, that if you cannot be able to closely monitor, then you should not go in for the lower time frames, because once things change, you may not like it. But if you want to be a day trader, looking at lower time frames is key for you to find winning trades that close that day. Okay. So for example, this is a trade in the 4-hour time frame. But if I take this to maybe in a 5 minutes time frame or in the 3 minutes time frame, I could find, maybe I could say I could find an opportunity or not find an opportunity. You see, it is the same trade, but if I was in the 4-hour time, in the 1 minute time, in the 3 minutes time frame where I am right now, and I basically wanted to pick up a trade, I'm just picking a tool here. And I basically wanted to pick a trade, I would pick this trade from here. And then the support or the resistance is here. Do you see this was a 3%? But this is in 3 minutes. Am I making sense? I don't know, but I want to make sure. But this is in 3 minutes. But when I'm in the 4-hour time frame, which is a bigger picture, you find that I may not pick this trade. I wouldn't be able to pick that trade. But when I go to a lower time frame, but when I go to a lower time frame, I am able to see when I go to a lower time frame, maybe in 3 minutes, maybe like here in 3 minutes, I'm able to see an opportunity. But when I'm in the 4-hour time frame, I would need to give in some more waiting time. So now, The simple lesson for today is that you seeing the market in maybe in 1 minute, in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 30 minutes, you are just going into detailed information of the bigger picture that is happening maybe in the 4-hour time frame, maybe in the 1-hour time frame, maybe in the 1 day. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have understood. There is no perfect time frame. I would not say that. It depends on you. Okay, it depends on you. You can either be a day trader focusing on the lower time frames, or you can decide to focus on the bigger time frames. The only advantage is in the bigger time frames, you do not suffer with the too much noise that appears in the lower time frame. But if you want to be a day trader who takes profit every single day, you want to look for opportunities or volatility, ups and downs that are happening in the lower time frame, so that you enter trade and delivers in real time. But you need to be very fast. That's why I sometimes share signals with a statement. If you do not see this signal in 1 minute, how many of you have seen such signals? If you don't see this signal in 1 minute, when it is shared, leave it. How many of you give me a yes if you have seen such a signal? If you don't see this signal in 1 minute, that means that if you are not online at that time and that signal is dropped, ignore. So it means that maybe we have looked at the market in 3 minutes. Maybe we have looked at the market in 5 minutes. And so when you come after 2 minutes, the opportunity has already left you. So we are really planning to come up with a small community of dedicated traders who are going to be giving such signals to the community. Okay, such signals to the community so that people could take advantage of the repeated opportunities that happen in the day, especially as we are entering high momentum markets. So because we want people to turn the 300 trades within a limited short period. We want people to become millionaires within a limited short period. So as I start off my new year of my I'm already 3 years, as I move my 4th year in the business, I want people now to those who can be online, those who can have time with their phones, those that watched my tutorial on YouTube talking about adding notification bells onto their Telegram so that they can be able to be making consistent too much money. Consistent too much money, especially people who are high risk traders, those that love our super buy poverty strategy, so that they could be making a lot of money within a short period of time. And the goal is just to maximize the remaining 6 months and be able at least to create 100 people who have made not less than $100,000 in the coming 6 months. And with this strategy, I'm coming up with a community I call the Elite Crypto Ambassador Traders. And it is not a group for everybody. You don't need to be in this group if you are not a V2, if you are not consistent, if you are not online, right? So you don't need to join, because these guys will be attending some special classes with me, and we discuss how they could be able to throw in current price signals that could drop in 1 minute, at least 5 or 10 per day, to help more people maximize more money in the market. All right. That's it and done. I hope I've been able to explain time frame, and see you in tomorrow's classes, where now I think I'm gonna enter support and resistance. That's it and done. And unless someone has a question, but I would love to come to the end of time frame class, and wish you a nice day. Unless there is a question, if no question, I love you all. and bye-bye. Unless there is a question, but if no question, bye-bye.